In this video, I'm sharing my top tips to help you improve your facilitation skills when delivering training, whether that's virtual or in person. Hi, I'm Bev, and I help wellness coaches to tap into the corporate market, make more money, and have more impact. Now, if you're a wellness coach stepping into the corporate arena, you're probably wondering how you're going to adjust your approach to cater to groups rather than individuals. It can be confusing if you've never led larger groups before, so let's dive in and stick around because I've got a couple of bonus tips specifically around how to do this virtually, since that's the way a lot of corporate wellness is delivered these days. So number one, you have to understand your audience. Understanding your audience is the foundation of effective facilitation. In the corporate world, you'll encounter a melting pot of personalities, professional backgrounds, and a varying level of wellness awareness. It's crucial, therefore, that you research the company's culture. You want to look at employee demographics and any pre-existing wellness initiatives that the company has run already. This research will help you to create a session that resonates on a personal level with the employees. For instance, a younger, tech-savvy crowd might appreciate digital wellness tools, whereas a more diverse, older workforce might benefit from more traditional wellness approaches. Number two is about setting the tone. The tone you set as a facilitator can make or break a session. Corporate environments often have an inherent formality about them, but your wellness sessions should provide a contrast. They should be engaging, relaxed, and interactive. Start your session with a warm introduction, possibly sharing a personal anecdote or a light-hearted story to break the ice. That way you're going to establish a safe, non-judgmental environment, which is absolutely key because this encourages participation and it makes attendees feel comfortable sharing their experiences and their perspectives. Number three, this is about customizing your content for your audience. So not just about changing a few slides or a few examples, it's about really aligning your message with the specific needs and the culture of the organization. So for example, if you're speaking to a high stress finance company, for example, focus on stress management techniques and perhaps work-life balance. Whereby maybe if you're in a manufacturing environment, you might want to emphasize physical wellness and injury prevention or health preventative measures. And tailoring your content shows that you really understand and care about their specific circumstances. And that's going to increase engagement and increase the effectiveness of your facilitation. And here's another quick tip too. If you're just getting started in the corporate wellness space, it's worth choosing an industry that you're already familiar with. This way, your niche is an area that you'll likely have a good idea of the kind of issues that are relevant to that industry, and you'll understand the problems that their employees are facing. That way you'll be able to talk more meaningfully to them. Number four, make it interactive and engaging. We're kind of shifting from this lecture-based talk and chalk format to a more interactive one that can significantly enhance the impact of your session. You're there to facilitate engagement and discussion. You're not there just to preach to the audience. So use things like group activities that foster teamwork and communication. For example, a short group meditation can illustrate the power of collective calm, or encourage group discussions on topics like managing work-related stress or balancing personal and professional life, but get the group engaged in making it meaningful for them and their particular circumstances. These types of activities not only make the session more dynamic, but they also help in building a sense of community among the employees. And then maybe getting the groups to feed back to you will also help to inform your future content as they'll be sharing their thoughts and ideas at a grassroots level. And number 5, provide practical, easy to implement tools. For instance, introducing desk exercises that can be done during breaks, or sharing quick mindfulness techniques to help reduce stress, or even offering downloadable resources like short guided meditation audios or a list of healthy snack options, whatever it is that's relevant to your niche, but something tangible that the audience can take away and actually implement. This can be so beneficial. The aim is really to equip the employees with tools that they can use independently, thereby fostering a sense of empowerment and long-term commitment to their wellness. Number 6, encourage personal reflection. Because while group dynamics are crucial, personal reflection is equally important in a wellness journey. So you could facilitate this by starting or ending the session with some sort of reflective exercise, perhaps a guided visualization focused on their own personal wellness goals, or encouraging attendees to maintain a wellness journal. This personal touch helps to make that wellness journey more introspective and meaningful for each individual member. Therefore, you're still connecting with people on an individual basis, even though you're facilitating a group session. Number 7, be flexible and adaptable. Being flexible and adaptable is a vital skill for any facilitator. We never know which way the discussion is going to go, and we never know if something's going to happen that's going to throw us off course. So you need to have that element of sort of flexibility and the ability to kind of dance around with whatever's going on, but still maintain the overall feel of the session. So you're staying on topic, but not rigidly sticking to script. And this is especially important in a diverse corporate environment. If a particular topic isn't engaging the group, be ready to switch gears. For example, if a discussion on diet, for example, isn't resonating, shift to a more universally relatable topic like healthy eating habits. This adaptability shows that you're attentive to the group's needs and that you're committed to providing value. Number 8, follow up and feedback. Effective facilitation doesn't end when the session ends, so follow-up and feedback are crucial components. You might want to distribute a feedback form or conduct a quick verbal survey at the end of the session to gauge what worked and what didn't. You might want to offer to stay in touch via email, or invite people to a social media group, a Facebook group, for example, so they can get further support or have any further questions answered. You might also want to provide a follow-up email with additional resources or a summary of the session. That can be really effective, and it helps to keep the wellness journey going. Now, if you're enjoying this video and you're finding it helpful, I'd love you to give it a like or a thumbs up. And if you want more like this, just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So there you go, that's my 8 tips, but I've got a couple more that are really designed specifically if you are delivering virtually, which is very, very common these days, especially with things like lunch and learn webinars. So here are my 3 additional bonus tips for delivering virtually. Tip number 1, get engagement quickly. Now this is true really for virtual or in person, but it really makes a difference when you've got people on a video call. Within the first few minutes of people joining the class, ask easy getting to know you type questions. Things like, where are you calling in from is a nice easy one, or who's got a furry companion sharing the call with you today, and ask them to, I don't know, flash their cat at the screen or whatever. Just something that is going to break the ice and get people engaged and active rather than just passively sitting by. Ask them to share their answers in the chat or use the reactions buttons just to make sure that you've got them on board early on in the session. And continue to do that every 5 to 10 minutes throughout the session just to make sure that they're staying engaged. Tip number 2 If you've got the facility, try and use breakout rooms to encourage group interaction in the same way as you would put people into groups in a face-to-face workshop. This way you will encourage engagement, plus if you make sure that you let people know at the very start that you're going to be putting them into breakout rooms at some point in the workshop, but don't tell them exactly when. This way your audience are more likely to pay attention, because they're not going to want to get caught out if they're the one that gets left outside of their breakout room because they weren't paying attention. Okay, tip number 3. Use third-party interactive tools, or the interactive tools built into the platform you're using. This could be things like reaction buttons or polling or the whiteboard service that's available in things like Zoom. This way it encourages attendees to actively engage rather than simply passively sitting by and listening. And there are some really great third-party tools that you can use. Things like Mural and Jamboard, or Mentimeter and Slido, which mean that the audience actually have to get involved, they have to do something, and that all helps with engagement. So let me know in the comments if you're already using engagement tools, which ones are your favourites, and remember, your goal is to offer a session that not only educates, but it empowers and inspires the audience. And by thoroughly understanding your audience, customizing your content, engaging the group interactively, and providing practical tools, you set the stage for a really successful and impactful wellness journey. So keep these tips in mind and you'll be well on your way to making a real difference in the corporate wellness landscape. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the benefits of virtual training, check out this next video.